What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stephen J, and I'm here with Simply Steve, and we're talking about wrestling. WWE, WWF, WCW, WF, WCW, AWA, ECW, NXT, TNA, Lucha Underground, but we'll see. Let's see. I'm here with the head. Remember that wrestler, the head? Since that's all you can see on him is a head. Okay. So we're going to talk about Fastlane. We're going to talk about Raw. And we're going to talk about WrestleMania. I'm trying to think if I like Fastlane or not. I actually did like Fastlane. How many Fastlanes have there been?
Two.
I think
one last year, no one this year.
that was the only one.
Yes.
I could have swore there was more than that. But anyway, what were the matches in Fastlane?
Matches were Kalisto.
Well, let's just start with the main event. Triple threat between Roman, Dean, and Brock. I thought that was a good match. I'm trying to think if it was my number one match of the night. I don't think it was my number one match of the night. I think the match of the night wasn't it Ziggler versus
Ziggler and Owens?
Kevin Owens.
I thought it was AJ Styles and Jericho.
That was a good match too, but if I would say it was a tie when those two matches, because I tweeted right after it, and Ziggler's not the main event. Why? Because that match, those two matches, I got to give Ziggler Owens the nod, and then AJ and Jericho, and then Brock, the triple threat. Again, the concept of the match, I don't have a problem with. I do have a problem with the outcome. I don't even.
Roman Reigns won?
Yeah, I don't mind that they double team Brock and everything. I kind of like that, but
thing to do.
I don't like the fact that Dean came up short for like the third time
Against Roman.
Still for the title, for a chance at the title. He at the Royal Rumble, he came up short against Triple H. He beat Seth, but came up short because he didn't win the title, even though he did win the title. And here we go again at another pay-per-view. Dean doesn't get it done. And again, here's the thing. Dean is the new Daniel right now. And when he first went on the Lunatic Fringe band, it played its role because he was feuding with Bray Wyatt and all that stuff. But then it got kind of stupid a little bit, like Dean has just lost his flavor, but now he's regained that flavor back. And when he beat Seth Rollins, the crowd went wild. When it was just him and when Romans got put out at the Royal Rumble and it was just Triple H and Dean, the crowd went wild. When it was Triple H and Roman, and it looked like Dean was going to win at that point, the crowd went wild. But then again, he came up short. I don't know why it looks like they're going towards Roman Reigns, which I don't think that...
It's always been the plan.
Okay, he's okay, but he's just one-dimensional. Roman Reigns is one-dimensional. I'm watching the Avengers. Every time it comes on, I gotta watch it because they got 4 favorite scenes in there. Beauty God. Anyway, so next week Dean has a title, huh?
It's March 12th on a special WWE Network special.
Huh? Really?
Yes.
Huh?
That's when they'll have.
Well,
that's when they'll have the title match.
I actually turned it when he got beat up, but I kind of like his whole feel or anything like that. But all in all, back to Fastlane. At a scale of 1 to 10, I give Fastlane 8.
Give it a 7.
I give it an 8. I'm trying to think.
My thing is though, everybody was booing once Roman won. I don't know. I understand why you was booing. You all knew Roman was going to win.
Because we don't.
Maybe you thought just a glimmer bit of hope that it was going to be Dean, or maybe even Brock. But you all kind of should have known that.
Here's the WWE universe. They don't want to be told who they should like. We want to like you because we like you, and what you have is what we like based on what you like. And I go back to my man, Zack Ryder. We didn't like Zack in the beginning, but then Zack kind of like grew on us. Okay, I kind of like Zack now. He's woo woo. I still didn't like the woo woo part. That was just kind of gay. But the whole flair that he had, swag that he had, I was like, I really like this guy. But I want to like you, not you force me on you. Just like I like Daniel Bryan in his first run. When he came back, they tried to force me to like Daniel Bryan. Oh, let's try to recapture everything that he did before and make it. No, don't make me like Daniel. I want to like Daniel on my own. Same thing with Dean. I like Dean in the beginning, then he got sour, but I like Dean now because he's good. I don't like Roman because you're trying to push Roman on me. Make him look strong. That's what CM Punk said. Make him look strong. And that's what they're doing with him.
They did with Cena. And that's why they're doing it with Roman, because it kind of worked.
It did work with Cena.
Hey,
Cena started off as the Doctor of Thugonomics, and he was a heel.
Hey, who's still the face of the company, though? John Cena.
Okay, but who cares? Nobody.
It's half the crowd, though, still. Who got number one sell?
He's the
number one sell merchandise. John Cena.
No, that's because John Cena is the McDonald's of the WWE. That's why. He's the McDonald's of the WWE, because the rest of the guys are Burger King, Wendy's, KFC. They all have good products, but McDonald's caters to the kids. Of course, if I got a lime green t-shirt, Fruity Pebbles, I'm of course thinking, oh, I want a Fruity Pebbles t-shirt too. Whatever. And his message it's childlike and gives and I understand that it gives hope to the kids and everything. That's why I respect John Cena, but I don't like John Cena, the wrestler. I don't think he does it for me when it comes to wrestling. He's just super. He tries too hard for me. I say it now.
We all know that's Vince Triple H's guy. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Okay, it's their guy because he's making money for the kids. You get to the kids, bam, the parents is going to pay for them. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying.
And I will say that there's nobody in the WWE that can get to the kids like John Cena can.
That's what I'm saying.
The adults, everybody goes for that. John Cena is your remnant from the 1980s. He's the Hulk Hogan.
No,
that sacred prayers. I understand that, Reigns. But this is a different time. But he still can play to the kids and stuff like that. So again, but I don't think they can turn Roman Reigns into that. It ain't gonna work because they're trying to force it on us. Let's force him. How they was doing it with Seth. Okay, Seth got hurt. I would have turned Roman heel at that point. I actually would have turned Dean heel. But But all in all, it leads us to the last couple nights, couple weeks on Raw. AJ Styles, I still think he has the number one entrance music. And I only like it because of the Hammond organ sound that he has to come in. Whatever it is. But it's hot, though. He wants it as a ringtone. But what else? So Biggs, here's the thing. I didn't read anywhere online where anyone said Shane O'Mac was coming back. I was calling for Shane O'Mac to come back. I've been saying that. Remember, you heard it here first. I said they need to bring Shane O'Mac back. He could feud with the company for whatever power, this, that, and the other. They are doing exactly what I told you. Somebody's watching this show. Shane O'Mac came out to a huge pop, though. For a good 15 minutes, he had a good pop when his music hit. Money, 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 and he came out. Here we go. And I think Vince and Stephanie could have sold it a little bit like, huh? What? But they didn't sell it right for me. But Shane came out to a huge pop, so now it's going to be him versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Here's the thing, though. I don't know where they're going to go with this because Take technically still has his streak.
Wait, what?
He still has his streak.
What do you mean he still has his streak?
I mean,
are you saying that it's still unthinkable for him to lose? I don't remember
ever seeing this part. I don't remember ever seeing this part. You? I don't remember ever seeing that part on Avengers.
You saying that? Are you saying it because you're saying it's still unthinkable for him to be losing at WrestleMania?
For him to lose at WrestleMania, because he didn't lose to Bray Wyatt. And who did he face last year?
Bray Wyatt.
Who did he face the year before that?
Brock.
Brock. He beat Brock. He cheated, but he beat Brock. But they haven't had him lose yet since he lost to Brock. So, since he lost to Brock, he hasn't lost at WrestleMania yet.
Yeah, he's only had one WrestleMania since then.
I thought him and Brock had a rematch.
At SummerSlam.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so he hasn't lost. Well, he's won. He beat Bray last year. So, are they going to have Undertaker lose again? And Take said, whatever Vince needs me to do, that's what I'm going to do. It's best for business, whatever. But is he going to lose to Shane? I can't see it happening.
I don't know.
Actually, I would do it so Shane would have some type of power. I don't think Take's going to do a Hulk Hogan and lay down like Kevin Nash did for Hogan to get the title. I definitely doubt that that's going to happen. It would be funny if it did, but I can't see Take doing that.
I'm hearing some stuff like...
He has an inside scoop.
Like, maybe...
What scoop you have?
Shane might have somebody fight for him.
We are 20 miles away from the NXT, so... What? Shane's going to have somebody fight for him?
He said he might have someone fight for him and take his place, maybe.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Shane...
Because a lot of people still don't believe it's really going to be Shane.
I think it could be Shane. Look, Shane had a great feud with Kane. He had a great feud with Kurt Angle. And he had a great feud with Legacy at that time. So he's... all I remember is Shane was in a street match, and I can't remember who. And he leaped from one side of the ring to the other side, kicked the trash can into the guy's face or whatever. And that was just Shane. And another time, I think it was in that same match, he dove off of the top. Was it a cage match? Or he dove off of the top of something onto the guy. And Jim Ross really saw it. Oh my God, Shane O'Mac! Whatever. So Shane can wrestle. Shane can wrestle.
Well,
but
it's just not enough information. We don't understand, because Tate came and he basically just said, whatever I do to Shane, it's your fault, it's not my fault, and that was it. He said 6 words. He said 6 words. So Shane's gonna be back next week. So I don't know.
watching the OJ. Anyway, so I think it's intriguing for that match for Rule. Although I do believe that Stephanie and her dad is going to come interfere into the match, which maybe there could be a...
How would they interfere? They're inside Hell in a Cell.
Please, they can do it. Vince, open the ring, darn it! Ah!
And what? Cost Shane the match, or help Taker, or help Shane win, or... And so we'll do what? Cost Shane the match?
Yeah. Well,
I don't think Taker would allow that.
I don't think Well, Hell in a Cell is no DQ, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Take a tombstone somebody. I don't know.
He might tombstone Vince. So we'll see. What else is happening at WrestleMania?
Brock and Dean in a street fight.
Brock and Dean is going to be in a street fight. This is going to be good, but I know Dean is going to lose. But it'd be interesting if Dean beats Triple H on this thing, which I think that they should. And then they could have like another match. They could have another match afterwards to where Dean loses the title again, and I don't know, would it be another triple threat match at WrestleMania? Because Undertaker, and I mean not Undertaker, but Triple H and Roman Reigns, that just doesn't do it for me. I am not excited to see this. And here's the thing, real quick. I'm more excited to see Charlotte versus the redhead versus the maroon head versus Triple H and Roman Reigns. So that's the way I feel, and I think the Divas, those three, are actually really good. Just their wrestling style. It's kind of like newish versus let me just be sexy and cute and stuff like that and whatever, but they're actually really doing the daggone thing in the match. Not Charlotte, but the two redheads or
Becky and
Sasha. What else?
I think besides those three matches, that's all we got for WrestleMania so far.
Well, we know we're gonna get New Day versus AJ and Y2 AJ. I don't like that either.
I don't understand why you have a problem with that.
I do have a problem because
I like Y2 AJ.
No, I don't like it because I don't think AJ Styles needs Chris Jericho as much as Chris Jericho needs AJ Styles. Because for the simple fact is, AJ came in at Royal Rumble. When it popped and everyone's like, AJ, yo, it was like, yo, this cat, number one, his music is like, has you like this. Has you like that. Although I do like his music, I still kind of like the Miz's music, and I still like Dolph's music, or whatever. But AJ came into some flair, had a good showing in the Rumble. He beat Jericho. They had a little feud, three match feud, and all three were good matches. Now it's time for AJ versus Bray Wyatt. AJ versus if they brought back the old Cody Rhodes, that would be a heck of a match. Old Cody versus AJ, because old Cody was a great wrestler. This it's stupid now. It's stupid now. Let it go. Move on. And
well, here's the thing. We already know Jericho's like on limited time because eventually he'll leave again to go back with his band. So Y2 AJ is not even gonna last that long.
Still, I don't think they need to be a tag team. I don't like it.
Well, here's the thing. If the rumored brand split is really going to happen, then AJ, and if that happens, then they could.
It will be if
they can split the world title back up, and then AJ can be world heavyweight champion.
If that's the case, I'm off. I've been calling for bring the brands back because it exposes other talent to get their exposure. See CM Punk, see Daniel Bryan, see Dolph Ziggler. If it wasn't for the brand split, so if the brand does split, then I'm all for it. Then you have Shane probably take over SmackDown or send Stephanie on the Raw. I like the feud when they Raw versus SmackDown anyway because you had so much pride in your brand and stuff like that. But if it does split, I can see AJ Styles becoming a heavyweight champion in whatever brand that he's in. Him and John Cena having a future match or whatever. But I just don't like the idea of him teaming with Jericho. I think it's just stupid. I don't think he needs Jericho to get over with the crowd. He's already over.
Well,
so whether you take him as a face or a heel or an in between, he's already over. He doesn't need Jericho to get over with the fans.
No, he doesn't need Jericho, and yes, he's already over. The rumor, well, not the rumor. The plan was for him to fight Kevin Owens for the IC title.
He's Stephen A. Smith right here
at WrestleMania. I'm fine with that. I don't care. You can be Skip Bayless, Black Bayless. But that was a plan for him to be IC title to beat Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, but I don't know what happened to that.
Who? AJ Styles?
Yeah.
They haven't had a run-in yet. That'll be a good match. But
right now it looks like KO's in a feud with the Big Show.
Mm-hmm. Which I don't really like. I think they should have teamed Big Show and Mark Henry back up as a tag team, as part of the tag team division. That'll be good. The tag team division has kind of gotten weak.
That's because New Day's beating everybody.
Because New Day's beating everybody. The Usos ain't really got no swag yet back. The Dudleys are heels, but we don't know. The Lucha Dragons has a singles title with the Kalisto, whatever his name is, Crisco. What else? So I thought the tag, and if you got AJ, KJ, whatever, AJ, Chris Jericho, Y2J, then I still say it's not there yet. Plus, what they still doing to the Ascension, which is dumb. What they're doing to who's the guy? The man that Gravity forgot. Who's that? Neville. What they're doing to him is just, they turn him into a character. There's basically no way for him to break that character because he's been branded as a cartoon character. And because of Cody. The only way for them to break that is to have him go off on the company, say, I'm tired of being this. My name is, what's his name again?
Neville.
Adrian Neville. And this is who I am. I'm not a superhero. I'm not a comic book. I'm not the Green Lantern like you, the homeboy from years ago, the Hurricane. This is who I am. If he goes that route.
You mean in real life or just like
and part of the script as a storyline. This is who I am. And he go back to who AJ Styles was, not AJ Styles, but Neville was in NXT. I'm telling you, it will work. And he can go as a heel because he was a face and a heel in NXT. But nobody really cares about that right now in the main roster as long as you give them a good match. If you give them a good match, then you're good to go. See Dolph Ziggler. What else? Ryback has...
I don't know if he's...
We don't know what he is. He's like,
right
I'm
now.
about myself right now. And, and I talk to myself when I go to the mirror. And I say to myself, it's all about you, baby. And you know what he said? He said, it's all about you, baby. So that's what I'm going to do about myself. I'm with the big guy. Is he hungry? I'm glad he stopped doing that. Why was he doing that in the first place? I knew a man that used to do that. That's because they told me that he used to smoke crack when he was back in the day. And so that's just a habit or something like that. So I'm like, Ryback must have been doing something because every time he's in the ring...
Well, Goldberg do that too. So you know they trying to keep him as Goldberg. That's why they got him dressed like that.
Well, if they're he came in and who did he fight?
He fought.
The stupid outcast.
Outcast.
He faced and he beat him down big time and he left the ring. Didn't say anything. If they keep that up, I'm good with that run. I'm good with that because they need that right now. That's the Ryback that came into the WWE after Skip Sheffield got hurt. But he came in, he was dominated, he didn't talk, he just beat him down, he got out of the ring, and he left. Feed me more, that was it. And even when he was beating down the social outcast, they were still screaming, feed me more, feed me more, feed me more. And he's not going after the crowd, so that's good as well. That he's not going after the crowd, so I'm okay with the way that he's going right now, as long as he doesn't go after the crowd. If he goes after the crowd like he did before, that's stupid.
The interesting was Michael Cole and JBL. They was like, "Where does Ryback been at?" As if to say, this would work for him." So if they saying that it'll work for him, I'm all down for that.
And the other thing is, nobody from his tag team like Big Show and Kane are like, "Hey, what's wrong with you? You made us lose. You walked out on us. Now let's feud." And that lasts about a week, and then that's it. They're not going that route. So I'm glad for that. What else?
I think that's kind of it. I don't know anything else.
So everyone else is like still hurt. Randy Orton, Cesaro, Wade Barrett's supposed to be leaving in June, which
he said he's not happy with how he's going.
I don't blame him. He's a pawn in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
League of Nations.
He's a pawn. Yeah, that's it. All he is a rah-rah guy. Look at him. And here's the thing. I don't blame the WWE because every time they invested in him, he got hurt. He went Kevin Nash. And I mean, he's gone on 3 great roles, but he went Kevin Nash. And the bad thing about it is, it's not like they were serious, like how, what's his name? The former heavyweight champion.
What former heavyweight champion?
That had the title before Triple H, before that Roman Reigns was supposed to be.
Seth Rollins?
He didn't get hurt like Seth Rollins, like it was something serious, whatever. The one time he got thrown out of the ring, he fell on his elbow and he tore something. He was walking in the ring, he slipped and he tore something. The other time he was going, he hit his head and he got a concussion. So he got hurt on like stupid stuff that you really shouldn't get hurt on. So it's just like he's Ahmed Johnson and Kevin Nash rolled up into one right now. So I understand where he's coming from, but I also understand that the WWE is coming from. Like, dude, you keep getting hurt and you get him in line for a title. You get him in line for a title, and then he don't keep the title for long because he's hurt. Although, let's see, I do think they need to get rid of Miz. I am so tired of him. I do like the guys that they have. Finn Balor is waiting to come up. Although they're sending Neville down to fight with him, I think tonight.
Neville got sent back to NXT.
Samoa, again, he should be rebranded because the whole superhero thing is stupid. I just don't think what they did to him in the Ascension. I think they can. It's fixable because the Ascension was a great tag team in NXT. What else? Samoa Joe is still there. I don't know when they're going to let him come up. And I don't know why he hasn't been let come up. I guess
maybe they'll wait until after WrestleMania.
Who's he gonna feud with? I don't know. Maybe the Usos or whatever. Although he looks like a black Bubba Ray, he really does. If you look at Samoa Joe and Bubba Ray, they look like each other. Just like one look like they got a tan. He could be the third member of the Dudley Boys. Samoa Boy or Samoa Dudley. I don't know. But I think that's about it. My boy, the Fabulous Freebirds got into the Hall of Fame, which is cool. And again, I don't know if the Von Erichs are in there. I think the Von Erichs are in there. But as soon as I said it, I said, if they got the Freebirds in there, you got to let the Von Erichs in there because they had a feud, like a feud forever. And then as soon as I said it, that's when JBL mentioned the Von Erichs. So he in there with the Godfather. I don't think the Godfather did anything to get into the Hall of Fame. I think he may have been Intercontinental title, maybe tag team champion. But, I mean, he was the Godfather, which was his famous character. He was Kama at one point. And he was, wasn't he Papa Shango? I think he was Papa Shango, too, as well. So, Hall of Fame? Nah, I just can't see it.
With him and Sting.
So we'll see. I think that's about it. Daniel Bryan called it quits. I don't think we talked about that. And basically, doctor says you can't take another bump or you're going to be out. It's sad.
I still think he faking, bro.
It's sad, but nah, his style of wrestling changed. Actually, his style changed. It wasn't his. He didn't come in as reckless and that we liked it when he started doing it, but it was all his stuff was like submission mat style, catch as catch can, as Jim Ross always says. But now him leaping off the ring and all that stuff.
That's what got him with the fans. That's what got him doing.
He does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry.
Bryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
No, he does not. Yes, he does. Not.
Yes, he does.
He does not. What did
Daniel
he do?
Bryan, I believe, was the first person who forced the WWE to go, you know what, if we don't put this man in the main event, put him in the championship on him, these people will like riot. I don't know what they're going to do.
I can throw out Zack Ryder.
They wouldn't about to do that with Zack Ryder.
But he generated his own fandom like Daniel Bryan did. But he
accelerated to the top.
And that deserves a title, a Hall of Fame consideration?
Yes.
Heck no.
Yes.
Heck no.
If you ask some people, they will say Daniel Bryan deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
If it wasn't for Sting, he'd probably be in this year because
No.
And if it wasn't for Chicken going in next year.
If he's going in, he's going to win just like Leonardo DiCaprio won the Oscar out of sympathy. And what did they say? Everyone kept saying,
Seth Rollins won Superstar of the Year out of sympathy because he got hurt.
So what? Again, I think that's wrong. I don't think that he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He's been in the WWE for 2 minutes. He doesn't deserve a Hall of Fame consideration. He hasn't been there long enough.
That's unfortunate.
And that's what it is.
What he has accomplished deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm sorry.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm sorry. Give me 5 years. Nobody.
5 years.
5 years.
Give me 2.
Hold on.
Not this year, not next year,
No.
but the year after that, he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
5 years. Nobody's talking about Daniel Bryan
They
anymore.
the yes movement is still gonna be in WWE. It was still there while he was injured because they wait for him to come back. Now they know he ain't coming back, but they still gonna do it.
No.
Just like they still do what?
No.
It's stuck. Stone Cold created it. It's still with him. Daniel Bryan created yes. It's still with him.
No. When he got hurt, the yes wasn't there. When he got hurt and he was off TV, the yes was
there
not
every
there.
now and then. Every now and then. They don't say what every week.
Johnny Cochran. I'm trying to win. Johnny Cochran. If it don't fit, you must have quit. It don't fit. But no, he does not.
For what he has accomplished.
No. When he got hurt. Then they just didn't give it to the Brooklyn Brawler then. If he deserves to be, if Daniel Bryan deserves to be in there, I didn't know John Travolta was playing that, but if Daniel Bryan deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, the Brooklyn Brawler needs to be in there. SD Special Delivery Jones needs to be in there. I can name a boatload of other people that need to be in the Hall of Fame. If you say Daniel Bryan needs to be Al Snow, let's put him in there because he had a heck of a run in ECW. Put him in there.
Has anybody connected with the
his
fans
little
as
swag
much
or whatever? I don't care. I don't care. Put Goldberg in there if you're gonna put somebody in there. No, and I don't think Goldberg deserves to be in there. He had a little run. That happens in wrestling where a guy has a good run, and then that
for a couple of years.
So what? Goldberg run was like for a summer.
No.
They was like, oh, he's still undefeated. He won 50 matches, and the next Monday, oh, he's up to 85. What? Shut up. Daniel Bryan, when he got hurt the first time, nobody was yes while he was going. When Brie came out, it was a little bit yes, oh, that's Daniel Bryan. They associated it. Just like now when she comes out, people say yes because they're associating with her. But
they did that with AJ when Punk left.
Okay, when AJ was out, who's calling CM Punk now?
Because AJ is gone.
He's out of sight, out of mind. Get homegirl out of sight, out of mind. Nobody's going to be called. Again, 5 years, nobody is talking about Daniel Bryan. The Stone Cold thing is still going on?
How often do we see Stone Cold on Raw?
I understand
Hardly ever.
But you still got people saying, what? That's because people ask the question. Again, but my point is this. Daniel Bryan does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He hasn't been in WWE long enough. He didn't do anything.
We're going to ask the public. We're going to ask the public.